My dear students of class 12, this year your practical syllabus is totally revised. This year you have to write 8 practicals on your practical copy. Today I provide you the 3 practicals which you have to write on your practical copy. Now see the first experiment. Determination of resistance using meter gauge. Whenever using meter gauge, you want to determine the resistance of unknown conductors. So then you have to make this type of proper circuit. Okay. Now the working formula to determine the unknown resistance using the meter gauge is A is equal 100 minus L by L into R. What is L? The balancing length on the meter gauge wire, and R with the known resistance which we are providing from the resistance box. Now see the diagram very carefully. AB is the meter gauge wire having a length of 1 meter or 100 centimeter. In the left gap of the meter gauge we connect the resistance box from where we give the known value of resistance, that is R. Clear? And in the right gap we connect the unknown resistance which we want to determine. And between the jockey and the middle point of the meter gauge we connect a galvanometer to determine the balanced conditions of the meter gauge, because the working formula is only applicable whenever the meter gauge is balanced. Now how can you perform the experiment? Now the source positive is connected to the point A and the source negative connected to the point B via the key K. This key is required to switch on or off the meter gauge circuit. Whenever the circuit is switched on, then you have to give some resistance from the resistance box and you have to slide the jockey over the meter gauge wire from the end A to the end B, and you have to check on the wire AB where is the galvanometer gives no deflections. Suppose this is the point when the galvanometer gives no deflection, means this is known as balancing point. Now from the end A to this point, this length is called the balancing length and the remaining portion is 100 minus L. So therefore by using this formula we can determine the unknown resistance using the meter gauge. Now students, see the second experiment. Comparison of EMF of two cells using the potentiometer. Okay, so this is the proper circuit arrangement for comparing the EMF of two cells using the potentiometer, where AB is the potentiometer wire, EB the driving cell, E1 and E2 be the driven cell. Here one thing you have to remember, the EMF of the driving cell should be greater than the EMF of two driven cells. Now the positive of the driving cell connected with the end A of the potentiometer wire, negative connected with the rheostat to key to ammeter negative, ammeter positive connected with the other end B of the potentiometer wire. Now the positive of the two given cells connected with the point where the positive of the driving cell is connected, means all the three positive, this one and this one are connected with the same point. And the negative of the two cells you have to connect with the two end terminal of a two-way key, and the middle point is connected with the galvanometer which is required to determine the balanced conditions for the cell E1 and E2. Now the working formula for comparing the EMF using the potentiometer is E1 by E2 equal L1 by L2. What is L1? The balancing length for the cell E1. What is L2? The balancing length for the cell E2. So therefore to compare this EMF you have to determine the value of L1 and L2. Now what is the process? Now for a particular current you have to first close this key, means the cell E1 is connected with the circuit. Now you have to slide the jockey terminal over the potentiometer wire AB and you have to find the point over the potentiometer wire for which there will be no current pass through the galvanometers, and that length Okay, that is C1 suppose, and the balancing length is L1. So therefore for the cell E1 the balancing length is L1. Now you have to open this key and you have to close this key, means the cell E2 is connected in the circuit. So for E2 now you have to determine the balancing length, and according to the diagram for E2 the balancing length is L2. So therefore by determining the value of L1 and L2, using this formula we can compare the EMF of two cells using the potentiometer. Now student, your third experiment, determination of galvanometer resistance using half deflection method and find its figure of merit. Means in this experiment there are two different aim for which two different working formula and two different circuit are required. First we determine the galvanometer resistance using this circuit. Okay, see the circuit. The source positive connected with resistance box to galvanometer, galvanometer to source negative. And with this galvanometer a shunt resistance. What do you mean by shunt resistance? Small value of resistance connected in parallel with the galvanometer via a key K. Okay, now what is the process? Initially you have to do that, means the key K is remain open. Then you have to give some value from the resistance box for which the galvanometer gives maximum deflection, say 30 divisions. Now you have to close this key and you have to provide some resistance from the shunt box such a way that now the deflection of the galvanometer becomes 15, that is half of the previous one. That's why it is called half deflection method. So therefore now by using this formula, galvanometer resistance G is equal Rs by R minus S. What is R? The value of resistance we should provide from resistance box. What is S? The value of shunt we should provide it from the shunt box. Now student, this is the circuit arrangement for the figure of merit. Means you have to remove this portion whenever you want to determine the figure of merit. Clear? And the formula for the figure of merit is K equal E by R plus J into theta. So what is the process? You have to first see what is the EMF of the source, which is E actually. Now you have to give some resistance from the box and you have to see the deflections of the galvanometer. Deflection of the galvanometer is theta. R be the resistance which we apply from the box and G be the galvanometer resistance which we determine from our previous diagram. So therefore by using this formula we can determine the figure of merit. Okay student, see all these portions very carefully. I will provide all these three experiments today with the data also. Thank you. Stop.